Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we are discussing the Granactive Retinoid Emulsion 2% by The Ordinary. This is a product from The Ordinary which I've used on and off for many years, but recently The Ordinary have broken with their tradition of not actually advertising any of their products. As a company, they work solely on word of mouth and getting out the word that their products are amazing through influencers, through blogs, through word of mouth. They've recently started advertising the Granactive Retinoid Emulsion 2%, which has seen a flurry of questions about it on the channel. So I thought I'd sit down and I'd share my experiences with you. Before I did this video, I wanted to actually use it solidly for a full month. So I put down my adapalene, which is my go-to vitamin A derivative, and I started using this every single evening for the past month. So I'm going to share with you my thoughts and feelings, but let's break it down. What is the Granactive Retinoid Emulsion? Well, from The Ordinary, which you know is going to be cruelty-free, so that's a big tick in the box. It costs £8 here in the UK. Over in the US, it's $12, so it's a really reasonable price point. I'd say that one bottle will last probably about a month and a half if you're using it every evening, but if you're phasing it in, and so you may be using it every other evening, you'll probably get about 2 to 3 months out of each bottle. So a fantastic price point. It's oil-free, which makes it super for people with oily or acne-prone skin because it won't risk breaking you out. I've gone through the ingredients, and whilst there are a couple of herbal extracts in there which you might want to avoid if you have super sensitive skin, I think this is applicable for most skin types and will certainly not break you out or cause any significant irritation or dryness on the skin. Let's talk a little bit about retinol. Now, it can get totally baffling. You have so many different types of vitamin A derivatives. You have retinol, retinal, Granactive retinoid, you can have retinol palmitate, you can have retinoic acid. There are so many different types of vitamin A derivative. They all work slightly differently on the skin. The reason for that is your body has to convert whatever form of vitamin A derivative you put on the skin into retinoic acid to get the benefits. The benefits of using a retinol or a vitamin A derivative are it is clinically proven to reverse the signs of photoaging. So we're not talking about preventing aging. A lot of the work we do in our skincare routine prevents future aging. That's great, but actually I'm all about reversing the aging that's already accumulated. So if you have fine lines, wrinkles, a loss of firmness, elasticity, you might have dark spots and discoloration, retinol or a vitamin A derivative should be your savior. If you use it regularly and over a period of time, you'll see an increase in collagen in the skin, which is going to give you that firmness, snapback that we all crave. You'll also see a reduction in fine lines and wrinkles and just a better surface texture to the skin. Who doesn't want that? Every single person should have a vitamin A derivative in their routine. If you're going to introduce it into your routine, you don't want to use it every single night from the start. I always say with any vitamin A derivative, retinol, retinal, Granactive retinoid, it doesn't matter. You should always introduce it by doing it twice a week for the first couple of weeks, then go to 3 times a week, then 4, then 5, until you're using it every single night. That way you'll prevent any irritation, redness, peeling, all the nasties will be kept to a minimum. It's also super important because it's turning over your skin quicker, your rate of cellular turnover is increasing, exposing that gorgeous glowing skin beneath. But that's more prevalent, that's more at risk of sun damage. So it's important if you are using a retinol that you definitely have an SPF in your skincare routine. Everybody should anyway, but if you don't, you definitely need to increase your SPF to 30 as a minimum and include it in your routine on a morning when you're using a retinol in the evening. Now, let's get on to the product itself. What is Granactive retinoid? What is that? What does that mean? Well, you get different types and the percentages can be a little bit misleading because different types of vitamin A derivative have different strengths. So a 0.1% pure form retinoic acid is in no way less strong than a 2% Granactive retinoid, if that makes sense. So forget the percentages, they're not that important. It's the type of vitamin A derivative that you're using that really matters. Granactive retinoid means it is a reasonably close in terms of how similar it is to retinoic acid. So your body doesn't have to convert it too much to get to that retinoic acid, which is actually what it's going to be using to provide those gorgeous benefits. The fewer pathways it takes to convert it, the stronger the product is, because every time, if you think of it, every time your body has to convert it from one thing to another, it loses some of its potency. So the closest you can get to retinoic acid, which is normally only available on prescription, the stronger the product's going to be. Granactive retinoid is reasonably close to retinoic acid. It doesn't need much conversion in the body's metabolic pathways, and so it's a really great, good strength vitamin A derivative. The Granactive element means it's actually encapsulated. So it's a newer generation of vitamin A derivative. Some of the older ones, if you remember using Retinol or any of those products, just really dried out the skin. You were red, you were sore. It just wasn't a pleasant experience. They've developed some encapsulation technology, and they've brought vitamin A derivatives forward. And so using a Granactive retinoid will mean it's a slow release. Your skin doesn't get that hit of retinol the second you apply it to the skin. It breaks down the encapsulation over the night, and so you get a gradual, slow release of the product. That is so much better because you're going to avoid some of that redness and peeling and irritation. So it's just going to be a lot more gentle on your skin. In terms of who I think could use this product, anyone who has oily skin, it will work beautifully for and can really help to tone down the levels of oil in the skin and prevent breakouts. Combination skin, you're good to go. And in terms of dry skin, yes, but all retinols can be a little bit drying, so I would increase your moisturization rate if you're going to use this and you have dry skin. If you have super sensitive skin, I would probably give this a pass. There are some extracts in here that I think could be triggering, and I just think there's other retinols that might work better for sensitive skin. I did a whole video on my favourite retinols, so I'll leave a link to it up there. Check that out so you can choose the one for sensitive skin. Now, for everybody else, this is going to deliver great results, but you need to think of the long term. So this product goes on like an emulsion. Now, it's in the title. The emulsion means it's a milky in consistency. It sinks in like that. You apply this to your skin, within 10 seconds, it's disappeared. A lot of people really don't like the Ordinary retinols because they leave that greasy feel to the skin. This is the only one that does it, which is why I was happy to use it for a full month. Gorgeous product, sinks in straight away. I covered the other Ordinary retinols in a video I did, which I'll link up there. Check that out if you want a bit more detail around that specifically, but I find that this just sinks in so much better than all the others and is my go-to, the Ordinary retinol. I love it. Now, you put this on the skin and you can expect to see results in as little as 6 weeks. Now, a lot of people think, oh, 6 weeks, I really want results now. We are, as humans, engineered to want quick results. However, with retinol, slowly is always better because you don't want all those side effects at the start. You want to gradually introduce it. And 6 weeks, I don't think is that short to start to see some of that plumping, some of that evening out of the surface texture, and improving the luminosity of the skin. All things that you'll get from this product. It's probably one of the most hydrating retinols I've ever used, which is why I think you can get away with using it if you have dry skin too. And I saw some really great results. I'm a regular retinol user and I would class this as a mid-strength vitamin A derivative. I've used retinols for years, so my skin is used to them, so I could go in and use this straight away every single night. If I was building up to it, I still think I'd see some really great results quite early on. My skin feels smoother. It definitely has that plumpness that you can get from regular retinol use. And I do think it's helped with some of the blocked pores and blackheads that I was suffering with, particularly on the nose. It's beautiful to use, sinks straight in, and I do think as a beginner retinol, this could be a really great option. If you're looking for something higher strength, you know, you've used retinol for many years and you want a higher strength retinol, then there are others you can look to. That video I referenced earlier will give you some high strength alternatives. This is definitely a mid strength, but that makes it perfect for people new to retinol. Also means it's great for people that do have that little bit of dryness or irritation to the skin because it's not going to exacerbate that too much. I hope you found this video useful. I would love to know, have you tried this product? Will you be trying this product? What are your thoughts on it? Leave me a comment below as I'd love to hear. Wherever you are in the world, guys, I hope you're staying safe and well and look forward to seeing you next video. Take care. Bye.